Hey, take a look at this. Here in the Midwest, we have a line of thunderstorms that mean business. I'm talking severe thunderstorms reaching all the way from Chicago, nearly making its way to Kansas City. Throughout the line of thunderstorms, we either have flash flood warnings here in green, severe thunderstorm warnings here in yellow, and to take even a closer look at the speeds. Right now, they're moving at about 50 miles per hour, but where we see some serious damage is where we see them bowing out. And to take a look at exactly a great example here, we have this outflow right here where we can see those winds reaching up to 70 miles per hour as we see that bowing out in these line of thunderstorms. This is where we can see some real damage.
Good evening, I'm student meteorologist Biagio Cucco, and behind me is now Tropical Storm Bertha, and the whole country is watching this storm right now. So far, I'm right now in the Florida Panhandle in Destin, Florida, and tonight we can expect tropical storm conditions. We're currently under a tropical storm watch, and into the overnight, we'll see what happens, especially late tonight. Could see winds up to 50 to 60 miles per hour tonight here in Destin, Florida, and across the entire Florida Panhandle. Now, going into the next couple of days, meteorologists all over the country are going to be watching this thing as it makes its way towards Louisiana, and if it stays south, it can even affect our Texans area and become a little bit stronger as it stays into the Gulf and gains more of that instability, that moisture, and that hurricane strength. That is possible, but right now models aren't really leaning that way. They're leaning more towards a tropical storm heading towards the Louisiana area. But like I said, meteorologists all over the country are going to be watching this thing, and they'll keep you updated. Thanks.
Taking a look outside in the hill country right now, here's Central Texas. We have been seeing a lot of rain here in the past 48 hours. Here's in just the past 6 hours, and even right now, we're having some flash flood warnings, and here in Johnson City, a flash flood emergency, which is pretty rare for the National Weather Service to give out. So you can definitely tell that this is a really serious situation, and unfortunately, this is similar to last year where we saw those floodings happening in the hill country. Again, here's a little southwest of these counties. Kinney, Maverick, Uvalde, Zavala are all currently under a flash flood warning, but in the past 48 hours, we have seen rain totals reaching up to 7.5 inches, 9.5 inches, and if the loads here at Utopia, 18.3 inches, and Kerrville County, 17.2 inches of rain. So if you know anyone in the area, very severe, but we do have a lot of tropical moisture coming into our region, both into the Brazos Valley and of course along the coast here into Louisiana. And what this is going to do, it's going to bring in a lot of heavy downpours heading into this weekend. So here's Saturday at 6 p.m. where we're going to get most of that moisture, and that's where we are also going to see our highest rain chance. And we're also going to be seeing rain chances throughout the week, but I'll give you more on that coming up. But so far, 13 days have been below the normal. 3 of them been about what they're supposed to be. 2 of them above the average. But looking into the Gulf as this tropical season does get going, we do have a couple pop-ups here, but there is a lot of wind shear present, which is going to break down any kind of disturbances to be unorganized. So we don't have to worry about anything very severe. It'll be Tropical Storm Amanda being the first name of this season. Now, right now, we're in the middle Pacific Ocean. We are not going to be getting affected in any land masses by this tropical depression, but by Saturday, it's going to move into this. Our average first 100-degree day is supposed to be July 1st. It's July 18th today, so we're definitely behind schedule, as Jesse was saying. We've only had 2 years without 100-degree days, and we're supposed to have 5 of those by now to date. Kind of game. It's going to be humid, warm, and breezy, very similar conditions to today. I will not expect all of us to see rain onto Friday and Saturday. Most of us will be dry, but maybe in those peak afternoon hours we cut right now, temperature is going to peak up at about 88, and again, most of us will stay dry. So if you do have plans for today, don't necessarily cancel them, but definitely come up with a plan B. And it's going to be like that for the majority of the week, as we see on forecast radar, just a bit of heavier downpours in other areas as that daytime heating does kick in. What I'm mostly looking at is Sunday and Tuesday. We have a cold front coming in. Call it a cold front. It's more like a cool front. Going to lower our temperatures a little bit, but more importantly, bring in some rain chances going through that time period. And we'll keep you updated as we get closer to that going later on. Low, very low, severe potential, but I would keep that first weather alert app in hand just in case, and we'll keep you updated throughout this week and going into the weekend. But definitely what to monitor is going to be the rain, the timing, and the intensity of these storms as they come through, because we could see localized areas having over 2 inches of rain. But again, not everyone's going to see that, so I only have have it as a 50% chance going into Saturday and Sunday. And again, this is 50% coverage. The rain is going to be quite scattered going into Thursday and a little bit into Friday. But that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have this low pressure system that is going to come through the Brazos Valley area and the majority of Texas. That is going to give in a lot of ingredients for that moisture. That's going to bring in a lot more lift as well. That we're going to see a wider and higher chance of rain. Saturday, I expect it to be dry. Here comes that cold front coming through Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I have Monday right now, your highest chance of rain at 60%. Still going to be muggy. We're still going to reach those mid-90s. But that cold front, hey, it could be worse, right? We can definitely see out a 20% chance of rain, as you can see some pop-up showers happening during that daytime heating hours around 2 to 6. But again, other than that, most of us should stay dry. That Texas heat's going to come back and we're going to warm up plenty. Showers that made its way through from Garland to Frisco, moving up northwest in the past hour or so. That's been the most heavy rain we've seen all day.
We've been practicing. Listen, and you're going to stick with us here. Biagio is going to give you a forecast.
It will not be long lasting, as by 7 p.m. there, as I'm covering it with my head, we're going to be dry into Sunday night for the remainder of Father's Day. But it's still going to be muggy. It may not feel great. It's totally up to you if you want to go outside or not. On our western counties, I would say about a 40% chance of rain. If you're living west of the Metroplex, Fort Worth area, Mineral Wells, you might have some showers going into the overnight and tomorrow morning. But well, it's dark outside now, and I'll show you here in a second. It's actually been a little bit darker as this past month has gone on. Getting into your forecast, looking into your headlines. It's been triple digits through Friday, and there's a weak front coming through on Saturday. Now, I'm saying it's a weak front. It's technically a cold front, meteorologically explaining it, but I'll show you right now. It's going to be a slight drop in temperatures, and it's not going to last for long, as we're going to get into triple digits going into next week. Look at this daylight change. 6:30 a.m. is typically the time I get up, and I can still tell the sunrise wasn't exactly at its peak yet. It was still dark out, and it's been a decrease in 30 minutes in the past 30 or so days. So the daylight is changing, but the Texas heat, it does not come to play. Look at this. We still have a heat advisory. We're going to have multiple heat advisories for the next couple of days. But as of right now, at least until 8 p.m. Thursday, heat index is going to be up to 109, and we are currently under a heat advisory all throughout, maybe just part of Mineral Wells and southwest of our region, not under a heat advisory. But it's still really dang hot out there right now as we get into your future cast and into the next couple of days. Here's what I'm looking at right now. A whole lot of nothing. Maybe a couple of showers in Texarkana, but we're not really covering that here in the DFW Metroplex for us. Winds are still coming in from the south, still not having any rain. But here's something that we haven't seen in a while, that cold front, right? It's going to bring showers into the Panhandle, Lubbock, maybe having a couple of thunderstorms. But unfortunately, as this cold front again comes through, it's not going to bring any rain chances. There's going to be a shift in winds, and temperatures are going to drop just a couple of degrees, as I'll show you here. Tomorrow morning, waking up around the upper 70s, lower 80s here in the Metroplex. It's still going to be hot. Here's our high temperatures, about 101, 100 degrees throughout the entirety of the Metroplex, and basically the entirety of North Texas. Friday is going to be our hottest temperatures of the week. 104 in Dallas, 104 in Fort Worth, lower hundreds throughout the rest of the North Texas region. And that's just kind of the game during this time of year. What I'm looking at here's our predicted high temperatures, our forecasted highs, and our forecasted heat index here in the darker red. Going in through the rest of the week, here's that cold front. 104 on Friday, Saturday, 98. It's still hot, yes, but I mean, come on, we'll take what we can get here during this time of year, right? As those heat index, it's still going to be over 100 degrees anyway. And again, those are our feel-like temperatures, right? So even though it's not saying our high is in the lower hundreds, it surely does feel like it. And I mean, for the next couple of weeks, this is why from August 6th to August 12th, we are going to have above average temperatures throughout the entirety United States region. And here closer back to home, still above normal high around this time of year, 97 degrees. Again, we're going to be in those triple digits for a while. Your forecast going into tonight, 81 degrees, south wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, partly cloudy, windy and dry. Going into tomorrow morning, waking up at about 81 degrees, heating up to 94. Heat advisory still, south wind coming in at 10, 15 miles per hour, and it's still going to be a hot evening by 9 p.m., maybe in the double digits at 99 degrees. Your 5+5 extended day forecast, here comes that front. 104 to 98, even a little cooler on Sunday at 96. And then we're just straight back into the hundreds. I have no rain chances in my forecast. So this is that Texas heat going into August, partly cloudy skies and triple digits.